Welcome. I've not set up stall yet, as it were. I've opted to come somewhere where nobody's really arsed with fishing. I've got a few fish just topping out in front of me. Just wanted somewhere quiet to go, so I found myself somewhere quiet to go. A bit disheartened with quiet as possible, and possibly get some baiting out there just to settle the fish down a little bit and then work out. I'm going to put a sleeper rod out with all lightweight stuff. You know, I'm going to fish the float, and I'm going to fish a hybrid feeder, and it's opportunity. If I get one fish, that's good enough for me. So we'll have a look at it, and hopefully I might be able to find a roach or a bream. A nice roach, one that's been neglected a little bit and left alone to get on with its own devices. A bit of a wary old backwood if I can find one. Anyway, I'm going to get the gear ready, and I'll catch you lot in a short while. This was my scrubbing sleeper rod. I've just put it out, give it a chuck into something. First cast, my intention was to concentrate on the float. My hope is it's a bream, and they're of a better stamp than the other week, I'm hoping. And it was on much lighter gear, so I've got to take the time with this one. And the conditions are perfect for it actually. It's quite warm and humid. It's overcast. And there we have her. And that's a good sized fish. That's a good sized fish. Yeah, it's a big fish. Perfectly hooked as well. I'll show you the fish. That's a big bream. Proper crack, beautiful colours. Female. Got some weight to it. Get on with it. Didn't bother putting her in a keep net. It's wrong to put them that big in the keep net on such a small venue, so I've let her go. Hopefully she'll settle back down and not take the fish away, but we'll carry on. Using that same pellet for weeks. Get it right on the same mark again. Yeah, it's quite deep over there. Don't have to put any pressure at all on these tips. It's going to take. So I don't want a drop back, a bounce back if something comes in and flicks the feeder. Just keep it as simple as that. We'll take the drag off, so it's completely loose. This is the way I like to fish. There's no need to strike because they're self-hooked. Right, let's have a look at this again. Have a look at that depth. Oh, I've slid all my bulk down to the bottom, around about 600 inches away from the hook. Once I know the float's off the bottom, it's like plummeting without a plummet. Now all that bulk is on the bottom now because the float is held up. So all I'll do now is just start moving it around about 6-inch intervals. 8-inch. a little bit of weed on the bottom there, so hopefully they'll clear that off. I'll look at that again. Now it's just settled now, so that means the hook length is, the shark is just off the bottom. So what I'll do then is I'm just going to lengthen it back up a little bit, around about 3 inches. Yeah. Just test that. Yeah, shots on the bottom. So what we're going to do is just going to 4 inches, that'll give me about 2 inches of hook length on the bottom. It's a little bit weedy on that bottom, so we'll have to bear with that. I'm hoping they'll strip that down a bit if they start feeding. I'll punch this. And we'll use it as our marker now for putting some ground bait on top of. Right on it. It's got the first indications on the float a few minutes ago. The idea, oh look, it's just about, that could be liners there. But the fact that I've scaled everything back, I've got a strong hook on. The shotting pattern, it's like number 10s. I've just strung everything back out, set it up the way I, because the water is absolutely crystal clear. I think I'm fishing there in about 7.5, maybe 8 foot of water. There is fish in the area now. I've laid the bait a little bit further on the bottom, so it's just got a little bit of a bow going on the bottom. I'm just going to have a quick look at that. No way, it's a rough. Another a little rough. Now we know there's bream in here because we just had one. So I'm really happy there. A little rough. I've seen the float sort of dibbled, but I don't know. I'll just show you a little rough. A lot of people might not have seen a rough before. Very much like a perch. This one's got like purpley eyes on it. If you look carefully, they're like purple eyes. Spine's just like a perch, much more drab, and sometimes they puff up and blow themselves out, but absolutely gorgeous. I love a little rough at ace. So we know there's rough in it as well. So let her go, little one go, there you go. Rough. So I knew I was getting some little touches on the float, but there was some liners like big fish, so we'll see how that goes. And we'll let the other rods settle back in, because I don't think we get fish for very often with fish here, and it's a little bit neglected. I wouldn't say neglected, but it doesn't look like. I've seen fish moving around on the far bank. And earlier when I turned up with some fish, we were taking flies off the top. I put some ground bait in, so we'll see, hopefully they're not too nervous in selling. So, size 16 hook. It's a strong 16, it's one of those KGMB jobs, Preston's. Just 2 maggots. Got a marker out. It's not the most comfortable marker because the area what I fish is actually in the white water, white area, like but it's right on the borders of it. So if I could have punched it into the darker water over there where the shadow's better, would have been alright, but depth of water I wanted, which is that, is just about there. So we'll punch that. Just let it settle. Might have a look around for me with a catapult. This River King one, which was given to me by Call Daddy, thanks Carl. Got it going again, but it's more for the river and it's a little bit too powerful the way I've set it up for this. It's for getting the bait out a little bit further. So I'm just going to go find me a little pole style one. There'll be a little one. It's better. I'm just going to be putting little, they're not even round, you know, the little squeezed up balls. I want them to break down and come down. And I'm not asked if it spreads out a bit. Really not. There's nobody else here to compete against. I don't think I've got to be that accurate. Put too much bait in. I don't think there's a lot of fish in this place to feed. I think there's some bigger fish and they can mop it up, but it's pointless keep putting loads of bait over the top. We'll fish for each individual fish. Not like going to be a fast and furious day. We'll just be picking off whatever little fish we can find. Not helpful, and the sun's just come out. Oh, we're in. Right on the clip there. I'm not chickening out yet. I'm not taking the clip off. I think it's a bream. It's a feisty one. Keep it as calm as possible, but I don't want it spooking all the fish out there. Who says bream don't fight? A lot of cobblers. Get in the net. I'm going in the bloody net. It's a big male fish. Getting there sideways. Bigger than the last one. Yeah, big male fish. Got the remains of somebody's hook in it. I've just took out. horrible looking carp rig, absolute disgusting looking carp rig. That is absolute shite. Throw it over there, lost it out of my bag. Got an estimate, £5 again, big male fish, a couple of leeches on it, I'll take those off. All ready for spawning. Beautiful fish, good condition. Beautiful. It's got milk coming out of it, so we'll get it back because it's obviously after some spawning. Let's go. So my magic little mix that I do for my bream, which I wasn't happy with on the last occasion, I've got it right now. I've really got it right, I'm really happy with it. So we'll get this back out. Back on the same mark. Make sure they're not wrapped up before you cast them out, as you break your tip. Back on the same mark. Drag off again. So that's two off that same area, and the float here has gone again. Oh, look at that for a rough. Oh, open your mouth. Oh, he spined me. He spined me, you little bugger. It's a much bigger rough. Sod drew blood. There we go, he's puffed himself up like some of them actually do. So he's puffed himself up, can you see that? It's like a defence mechanism. Much bigger rough. Beautiful. Oh, that's a nice fish. Big fish. Actually, I just, after that fish, I thought I was recording it. I actually just blogged the fish and I didn't even hit the record button on it. Duh. Never mind. A nice fish, good fish. That's the third one. All in the same area. Putting a lot of bait in. They seem to like my little mix today. Virtually no pressure on that tip, and I'll take the drag right off. Fortunately, when you're bream fishing, every now and then you do hook into a few carp, so you don't want any accidents. I'm hoping that they'll turn up on this float line at some stage. Don't think it's as deep there. I think they're happy being in that deeper water. I could actually rig up for the big chuck and put a big float on. I'm using a Vizzy Wag, 2 gram one. I think it's a number 2 Vizzy Wag, this one. It's not a number 5. Oh no, is it number 5? I think it's a number 5. Quite thick, the stem on them, which I don't mind actually. And I'm not dotting it down today. I've got it. I want to see every movement on the float. It's the first time I've been on this venue, you see, and I don't know what fish are in it. So I've set it quite high. It's not sensitive, but I kind of see the movements on the float. A little top up on that ground bait out there, because they do like it. Bream. I'm hoping that they'll come closer, but the water is crystal clear. Oh, I hooked into one then, and oh, foul hooked it. That's what. Oh dear. Bream scale. Not good foul hooking them. So they are sat on the bait. Not good foul hooking them though. Pretty certain with the fish, you don't really get fish full very often here. I think they appreciate a bit of a feed. Don't overdo it, because I don't know what the stock numbers are, and I don't think it's very high stocked. I think it's quite low stocking. big bloody male fish. Stay still, stay still, stay still. Right.
I always film whenever I go. One of that's got a good girth on it.
Male fish as well, they tend to be very lively. Go on, sweetheart, off you go. Water is crystal clear. Oh, another biggie. That's 5. Another big fish. She, I should say. Just check for leeches or anything. Big female. Yay! Beautiful fish. Absolutely stunning. Put this one straight down. That's a biggie, another biggie. Number 6. Oh my god, these are brutes. That is a brute, big female. Oh, that's a brute. Safely back. That's 6, number 6. Go on, sweetheart. That's number 6 fish. Got rid of the float rod now. Worked out that there's a lot of rough. So if I was to come back, I wouldn't bring any maggots or anything like that. I'd just stick to the feeder. If I did bring maggots, I'd be fishing in conjunction with worm and not on the float on the feeder. But we'll see how this goes, because this seems to be doing quite well. If you like the films, I'm going to say it now, please subscribe, and I'm mentioning that right now. Big shout out to my mate Nick, Mr. Nick Upton. How you doing, mate? Mark Elliott, how you doing? Steve Daly, how you doing, mate? Danny Belfield, hope you're doing well, mate. As a steel. Steve Greenwood, yay! Gary Hannigan, Mark Hayes, John West.
Bream that pulled back. Once you get them hooked, just keep them as calm as possible and get them as close to you out of the swim as you possibly can. The water in here is crystal clear. This is number 7. Another big baby. Keep them as calm as possible. That is a big fish. Believe me, that's a big fish. Oh, come on, sweetheart, let's get you out of here.
Number 8, by the looks of it. Just got to sit and wait for the bites, but they will come. Not worth forcing it. Big one. Oh, looks like. Yeah, that's probably looking at that big male fish. It's a bit folded up, silly. Don't get giddy. Number 8. spawning tubercles all over its head. Big bugger. It's getting back.
Just capped that off with a little bit of ground bait. That'll break off really quickly. Ooh, look at all them mallards, oh boys. Time for a cup of coffee, I'm afraid. Ooh, can't beat a cup of coffee. Just gonna take clip off and cast it into a bit of fresh water. As I thought, fish sort of backed off into that corner over there, so I chased after them a bit. That's my second little take I've had. I've seen a bit of movement in that area, you know, and I thought it was worth an investigation because it's gone a little bit quiet. Get this one in, it'll be fish number 9. Oh god, that's a dead weight. Big male fish. Oh, get in the net, get in there, get in there. It's a big net, that, by the way. It's not a little net. Oh, you're a beauty. You are a beauty. Check that out. Oops, come out. Let's just get it out of the way. Pellet come off as well. But that is a classic male fish. Absolutely. Not as big as the others, but he's a beauty. Good looking fish in here, very good looking fish. All a classic and really good nick. A few leeches on them. Let's get you back. Don't go back in that direction. Jesus, that's a big fish. Get out the net.
Right, well, 9 fish up to now. All bloody good stamp. Really good quality fish. Obviously, I've not keep netted them. I've released everyone. They're at the time of year when they're spawning and that. I don't want to disturb them. So I've just took the clip off again and cast back into a fresh zone opening on now. I want this 10 fish. It's 7:30. If you say that I started at 3 o'clock, that'd be sort of generous as well. It's like, if you got to 8 o'clock, which is like in half an hour, 10 fish in 5 hours, one every half hour, and here's the tips going now. Tips just going now. That's obviously a liner, and there is a lot of line going across there, so there's always a chance of the flanks of the fish grazing up against the line, but definitely a liner. But 10 fish will be happy, 9 fish are happy, 10, nice number 10. It's a nice big round number. You used to be able to get 10 fags years ago. I don't think you get packs of 10 fags anymore. And my battery's running a bit low on the phone. The last thing I want to do is run out. So I'll remind you, please, if you like the films are not trying to promote myself or anything. It's just a diary of me going out fishing and having some fun and taking in fresh air and the wildlife and catching a few fish along the way if I can. I rarely get any bad comments and I rarely get any thumbs down, and whenever I do, it's usually when I stick it on club websites and stuff, and you can guarantee it's people thinking, well, you shouldn't be naming waters or anything. Well, I'm not naming waters, I'm not going to do that unless I've not what's named. There's a bit of confusion between people who say yeah you can and some people say no you can't. So doobly 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 doo doobly doobly doo. Tips going. Oh, this could be fish time. Yeah, they definitely backed off. Brute, this one. It's moving. So definitely a brute. Gently does it. I'm not going to spook this one. Bloody hell, he's angry. Feels like it's grating on something. Oh, he's a male fish. That's why he's angry. He'll become he's nucky. Jesus, that's a bloody heavy fish, that.
Bloody hell, look at the tubicles on that bugger. Check them out. Nodules, tubicles, whatever you want to call them, right? Just about Come here, little one, let's get this hook out. Right, we'll get that on the other camera. Jesus.
Right, unhooked the little fishy over there, but we're going to finish on this little fishy on a little dish. You can have fishy when the boat comes in. And yeah, remember that fish. That's it. Came out proper on one ears. Right, we're going to finish on this fish, very gentle. Look at that. We'll let him go so he can get back out there spawning with his little ladies. The camera battery will be going. I'll carry on fishing, but I'm going to pack my gear away slowly. And if I catch any more fish and I catch them on film, I'll stick them at the end of the film. Number 10, really happy. Anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you lot later. See you later. Hey.
Well, I couldn't help it, I had to have another one, that's 11. Get in the net. Bloody hell, there's some weight in that. Do not break my hook when far you die, big mate. Well, I couldn't help it. This is 12. 12. You know, you're packing up and you think, oh, you know what, I'm just going to leave the rods out and just sort of search the water a bit. Because I don't know the waters, and I just thought, I'll just try a few likely spots there. But I think fish are always, and they've all paid off. No need to be aggressive, not in the match. That's a nice coloured fish. We're not one for giving up here. Get in that net. Oh shit, it's a lot bigger. I think we have little bream in it. Oh my god, that's big. That's right. Don't you try to do that. Out of the net. Look at that graceful, really good. Right all the way to the net, graceful to the back, all the way back out. Oh, I couldn't help it. That's another one. That's number 13. 13! Oh, it's a dark one, isn't it? Oh, get in that net. Very dark. Oh, God, you are dark. Big boy. Big boy. Him. Right in the bottom lip. Right, that's it. That's my last fish. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Beautiful. You're going back.
You'll need a priest. I'm done. You'll need a priest. I'm done. You'll need a priest. I'm done. You'll need a priest.
Even if you're a professional, it's good to know this.
I suggest doing how thick it is or